So yesterday we have discussed about the meristematic tissue, permanent tissue, animal tissues. So we are going to discuss today animal tissues. So we have already discussed about the different types of plant tissues like the meristematic tissue. So first of all, we have, I just want to recapitulate once again about the meristematic tissues. So the meristematic tissues is the plant tissues which provide new cells for cell division. These cells are thin walled with a prominent nucleus depending on the regions where they are. So you can't see the screen. Just once again, I'll just keep it.
And meristematic tissues, ma'am.
Okay, good. Permanent tissue and meristematic tissue. So meristematic tissues are divided into how many types, Devishi?
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
But is speech anybody are not taking, ma'am?
Devishi, we can discuss it later. Class is going on now.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, if you have any doubts related to the class, then ask me. Yes, Tanushree?
Ma'am, meristematic tissue is divided into 3 types, ma'am.
Yes, what are they? What are they? Meristematic tissues are divided into 3 types. Yes, you told correct.
Apical meristem,
Yes.
intestinum,
Intercalary meristem
and
and lateral meristem.
radial.
Lateral meristem. Once again, I'm sharing the screen. So these meristematic tissues are divided into 3 types: apical meristem, lateral meristem, and intercalary meristem. So these, what are the functions of this apical meristem? Apical meristem is located at the growing tips. If you can see in this picture, the apical meristem is present at the growing tips of the stem. Lateral meristem, you can find it, you can see the name here, lateral meristem. So the lateral meristem is present at the lateral sides of stem and roots. It is responsible for thickening of stem and root. Intercalary meristem. So this intercalary meristem increases the branches as it is present at the nodes in between the lateral meristems. It is responsible for elongation of internodes. So these intercalary meristems are responsible for elongation of internodes. Yes, children, if you have any doubts, please raise your hands. If not, please put your hands down. Yes, Jashwant. Jashwant, you have any doubt? Jashwant? Okay, children. So here we have, I hope you all have understood about this. So about meristematic tissue. Now we'll go with the permanent tissues. So what are permanent tissues? Permanent tissues are, these are also meristematic tissues, but they are formed by cell division. Sometimes lose their ability to divide. As a result, they form permanent tissues. Why they are called as permanent tissue? Because they lose their ability to divide as they grow older and older, as they go deep into the layers of the plant tissues. As the new tissues grow, these tissue go back. The new tissue, they grow on the tips, and these tissue, they go back and they settle down and they grow old and they become very old, and these tissues will lose the ability to divide. As a result, they form permanent tissues. permanent tissues are again of two types. So you have to remember this thing, children. You please underline it or note it down in your classbook books. Meristematic tissues are formed by cell division. Please underline it in your course books. Everyone have your course books open.
Mom, I don't have, mom.
Why you haven't bought it yet?
Mom.
This is really bad. Your second year is going to approach now. How you're going to follow up? Take out your course book. You have to sit with your course book, sit with your notes, a pen in your hand. Be ready to write whatever your teacher tells you. You must be ready at any time, and you have to note down the important points what the teacher is telling. Now, when the teacher is reminding you to underline it, to note it, now you'll take out your books. This is really bad, children. You have to be in time in the class. Be ready with everything. Yes, so please underline this in your course book.
What, mom?
Meristematic tissues are formed by cell division. Sometimes they lose the ability to divide. As a result, they form permanent tissues. Permanent tissues are of two types, simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Underline it.
Mom, we can write in notebook also.
Yes, you can write it. You all have finished? Shall I erase it?
Yes, mom.
Yes, children. So here if you see simple permanent tissues. So these tissues are made up of only one type of tissue depending on the functions they perform. Simple tissues are classified into three types. What are they? Parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. I just want you all to repeat it. I am unmuting you all. Please repeat it after me. I have unmuted you all. Please unmute yourself. Everyone unmute yourself.
Parenchyma,
Everyone,
collenchyma,
you are behaving just like a small kid. Just wait 1 second. Let me first read, then you all have to repeat. That's fine. First, let me read, then repeat. Yes. Now read
Ma'am, I can't see the screen, ma'am.
parenchyma, parenchyma,
Parenchyma,
collenchyma,
Colon.
and
collenchyma,
sclerenchyma.
and sclerenchyma.
Yes.
Ma'am, I
So
can't see the
that's
screen,
fine.
ma'am.
Please join again if you can't see the screen. I'll admit you. Join again if you can't see the screen. I'll admit you. Yes, children. So these simple permanent tissues, please underline this point also. These are made up of, simple permanent tissues are made up of only one type of tissues. Underline it. It's really very important. If it is being asked, which type of cells are made up of only one type of tissue, but depending on the function, they are they are divided into three types. What are the tissues which are included in simple permanent tissue? Simple permanent tissues are again divided into three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. So underline the simple permanent tissue. So this is really important. You have to read it, the differences between parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. So in the parenchyma, it shows the presence of nucleus. Collenchyma also have a nucleus. So sclerenchyma, so each and every cell have nucleus present inside it. In the parenchyma is shown in plants. The presence in plant is seen. Parenchyma is seen in plants. Where is the location of it? In leaves, stem, and most parts of the plant. Collenchyma is present in stems and twigs, rarely found in the roots. That's fine. Write it in your books about the differences between parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Write it down in your class book books.